Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, we're back here at Fred Beans Volkswagen in Devon, Pennsylvania to check out our first 2026 model year VW, and here it is. It's a 2026 Volkswagen Atlas. This is the top SEL Premium R-Line trim. Opal white is the color, Shetland beige interior. So you can let me know if you're in the market for one of these top trim Atlases and you need a larger size vehicle, because this has almost 97 cubic feet of cargo space maxed out. Similar to, let's say, the Grand Highlander, Chevy Traverse, GMC Acadia. Do you look at this VW instead of those? You can let me know as we go through the vehicle. So let's dig in. Front end of this 26 Atlas top trim in the opal white. Right off the bat, we have a full spread of LED lighting up front, including the turn signals, with the daytime running lights going all the way across the front of the grille. The VW badge right in the middle with that very subtle R badge on the left side of this gloss black upper grille. Down below, more gloss black and some chrome trim with functional side air curtains. Now, as we come around to the wheel and tire package on this Atlas SEL, please excuse my shadow here for a minute. All right, here it is. We're going to go 21-inch wheel, machined aluminum alloy wheel with the VW badge on the center cap. Wheels are wrapped in Bridgestone Alenza all-season tires, 265 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 21s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is that opal white, really nice color. As we move in closer, we're going to have, again, that R badge on the front door, right across the front right there. Then you're going to have color match side view mirror caps, LED turn signals with 360-degree view cameras, color matched on the front and rear door handle, fuel filler cap on the right side. Up top, we're going to have aluminum finish on the roof rails, a color matched roof, gloss black shark fin antenna, panoramic sunroof. Then over the back we go with the roof spoiler coming off the top, the wiper down below on the glass. And then in the back here, another full spread of LED lighting as well, with that light up in red VW badge in the center, SEL on the left, 4Motion on the right. We got the tow hitch in the middle. We'll check out those numbers when we look at the engine. And then we do have a dual exhaust, but it's tucked up underneath the rear bumper. So those exhaust outlets are not functional. Under the hood of this 26 Atlas, and the engine's in there somewhere. Hello in there. There it is. It's VW's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 269 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. The vehicle can tow up to 5,000 pounds. MPGs, 19 in the city, 25 on the highway, 21 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much. And like I always say, top trim action brings a top trim price. So here we go. Base price for the 2026 Atlas SEL Premium R-Line is $54,630. This one has got a few options on it, including the captain's chairs in the mid-row, which we'll check out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,495 from VW's Chattanooga, Tennessee assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $58,398. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer, and we're going to go black soft touch material across the top. Then we're going to have the open pore wood into your brushed aluminum door handle. You have the Harman Kardon speaker system in here. Then we're going to go with the Shetland beige perforated insert with the soft armrest with some stitching, flat black on the switch gear, and we do have power fold side view mirrors in and out. And then as we come down, we have a large door pocket. This is where you're going to pop the tailgate. And then into the footbox, we have aluminum finish on the dead pedal brake and accelerator. It looks great. We have the all-season Atlas floor mats in the vehicle at this time. Seating-wise, we're going to have full power for the driver and the front passenger with lumbar and 2 memory seat settings for the driver only. I'd like to see the memory seat settings for the front passenger as well, considering we're almost at $60,000. Now, seating wise, the Shetland beige leather, white piping, white cross stitch, perforation, quilted design, the bolstering firm but forgiving, the headrests are firm but forgiving. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, moving it on over. We have soft touch up top, the open pour wood right into your heat and air vents. I love that look, really raises it up, makes it look more luxurious. And then we're going to have the Shetland beige soft touch all the way down here and a large glove box. And then as we swing it on over, same infotainment system as the 25. It's the 12-inch VW infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, touchscreen capability. Nice pinch to zoom response, so I do like that. And then we have our heated ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And then we can go right in here and get to our home screen. We go across, and this is where we're going to have all of our tiles, right? So we're going to have the Bluetooth your phone, radio media. We can go in there. What do we have? We have HD AM FM Sirius XM, Bluetooth music. So they got you set there. I do like that. You got your navigation maps. You got your vehicle settings, App Connect to hook the vehicle up with your smartphone, the equalizer for your sound to get these Harman Kardon speakers set up just the way you want them. You can move it across to your home screen where you have your maps, your engine auto stop start on or off up here, radio media telephone. You can move this individually if you want to do that, or you can swipe it all the way across this way instead, or you can come back here. So very nicely done. We do have more apps down below. As you can see, assist system, legal notices, setup CarNet, that kind of thing. Or you can go to your vehicle. And from here, you can look at your exterior. What's my tire pressures, headlights, exterior lights, that kind of thing. But we have interior setup. You can configure your head-up display right here, right? Your cockpit, your ambient lighting right here, where you can go ahead and decide whether you want it bright or dark, you want it on or off, you want an automatic color, or do you want to set your own color in this VW? It's really up to you. The custom color, and do you want the contours in the doors and the footwells and the surfaces? How do you want those illuminated? And then we can go back to the beginning, and we're back over here, and then you can adjust seats over here for your easy exit, easy entry of your seats. So well done. You got your driving data as well. You know, range the tank, long term, how am I doing on gas mileage? How am I doing since the refuel? So same as last year, looks good and nice swipeability. Now if we go to reverse, we have 360-degree view cameras, nice and clear with trajectory. So I do like that. You have your parking assist right up here, parking sensors on or off as well. And then we can go back to the beginning and we will go back, to park. And now we come down, haptic feedback for the temperature controls and the volume controls along the bottom here with your on-off button right over there. Down further, we're going to have 2 heat and air vents. And then from here, you got your 4-way hazards. You got your drive modes, which you can push this button and you can bring those up. For our drive modes, we have Eco, Comfort, Sport, a custom mode, Off-road, and Snow. So plenty of them, and you have an information where you can go in and it'll tell you if you're in snow mode, this is how the car is going to configure everything. Or if you want to go to sport mode, this is how the car is going to configure everything for it to behave. So I do like those little tool tips on here. Those are very, very nice. Now, we also have our climate. We can hit that. We can bring up our, we can bring up our climate system right here and adjust everything, heated ventilated seats and all that stuff, where you want the air to come out, fan speed, all that can be done in there. Then you have your driving assist. We can bring that up, make sure you got that configured. How far do you want to be behind the car? How do you want your blind spot action to behave? So they got that, and then they got the parking menu, which you can go in and it's going to go ahead and give you the park assist to get this big vehicle into the space that you want. So you're all set. Down further, we have a wireless charging pad, 2 USB-Cs, a lot of gloss black in here, so be very, very careful. Would have liked to seen VW do a little bit something there, because this is going to get scratched up, fingerprints and all that jazz. We do have the gear shift right here to go through this 8-speed automatic transmission with your push-button start. electric brake down here, 2 cup holders. The VW key fob is right here, where you have your remote start, panic button, lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, VW badge on the back, and then another area for storage in here. We do have a soft armrest with the stitching, and then we can open that up. We have a larger area underneath for storage and another USB-C. The Atlas steering wheel is a leather wrap wheel with nice 10 and 2 notches and the stitching, flat bottom wheel, VW badge on the horn button. We have some brushed aluminum to lift it up, make it look nicer. But you know what? I got plenty of room with 511 to get in and out of this Atlas. It's a very open and airy passenger cabin, so I do like that. Flat black on the switchgear. Over here, you're going to have your volume. Then you're going to have your adaptive cruise. Then on the right side, you're going to have seat-fearing music. You're going to have your heated steering wheel on or off right over here. Voice commands, then controls for the digital dash. We do have paddles on the back of the wheel to go up and down this 8-speed automatic manually if you would like. Left stalk, turn signals, high beams, right? And on the right side, you have your windshield wipers. Now, down here on the left is where you got your headlight action. Right now they're on. We can hit mode, and then we just have parking lights on. We have everything off, or we have it on auto. And then we have our rain sensing lights, and then max defrost front and rear. And then we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have the fully digital instrument cluster right here. And you can go ahead and make changes. You can move this over. You can decide what you want to have inside this particular side. Let's say we want to have our audio up. And then we can swing across. We can change what we want to see in here. Let's say we want our fuel tank display up. We can have that, and then you can switch your views. So you have the map view, right? You can bring the map in here, or you can go ahead and get that lane keep assist view going, or a clean view, or your classic view. So I do like that, and it's very clear. The overhead console, well, we have the SOS button in case of emergency on the road right there. If you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button right here remains off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. And then here are the haptic feedback controls for this panoramic roof. So the shade is on the right. So you're going to take your finger and you're going to do that. And now the shade will go back all the way over in the mid row. Not the fastest. I do have to say that. It's fairly slow. Wow. It's really slow. And then the left side, you swipe your finger and the glass will go back slowly. The wind buffer will come up and the glass will go all the way back. And then it's one swipe towards the front of the vehicle to close it. And if you want to tilt it, you take your finger here in the middle of that haptic feedback panel and push it. And it will tilt up, or you can swipe it closed and it will close up, and then you can close up your shade. But that is on VW time, not on Shabby's Rides time. So we're moving on to our frameless rear view mirror with compass and home link, standard now for the 26 Atlas in all trims. So that's a nice touch with auto dim feature. And then you have your sun visor with vanity and an LED light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the mid row of the Atlas, and here we go. Rear door panel, we move on in. We have the security shades on the back of each door, which I do like. We have the soft touch, the open pore wood, into the brushed aluminum door handle, and the Harman Kardon system, the Shetland beige, so all the same materials and design front to back, so I do love that. I have the seat set for my driving position. Let's hop on in this captain's chair. And it's plenty tall enough with this flat roof at 5'11" for me to get into. If you don't want the captain's chairs, you can get a bench in here and you won't have to pay the extra money. That's probably the way I would rock and roll. But I have plenty of room at 5'11" for my head, shoulders, and knees. So you can be well over 6 foot tall and be very comfortable. We have the leather all the way down, seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. In the back here, we do have rear climate and 2 heat and air vents with 3-stage heated captain's chairs for the mid row. And then down further, you got a couple of USB-Cs and a home power source. that won't stay open. You got to hold it, which is a pain. There you go. And now we have the same Shetland beige leather interior with the quilted design, perforation, nice and soft. Our armrests, they're a little skinny, could be a little bit thicker, but at least they don't ratchet. So I do like that. And overall, very spacious and comfortable here in the mid row of this Atlas. Getting in the third row, pretty simple. Here is the lever for the seat back. You just pull it up and the whole seat moves out of your way so you can get into row number 3. And here we go. And what I'm liking already is we don't have the leather. It's a leatherette here, but it's the same vibe. The Shetland beige, the quilted design, it's soft, so I do like that. As we come around here to the rear, we have C-pillar heat and air vents for the back seat passengers. That's a nice touch. We have a couple of cup holders. We have a place where you can lie your phone. Now over here on the left side, you have the same thing. You have the C-pillar heat and air vent. You have a couple of cup holders, a place to lie your phone, and 2 USB-Cs. So we do have USB-C action back here, but if I'm on the right side of the vehicle, I'm going to have to put my cord across my buddy's lap to plug in. Would have been nice to have one on each side, but you can't have everything. And now here in the back, I have plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". No problem at all. Look at that. So you can be a full-size adult and stay back here for a while. And I also have LED lighting all the way in the back in case I want to read a book. That might be a novel idea for kids nowadays. And then if nobody's in front of me and I have to get myself out, here's the escape hatch button. I just have to push that up, push the seat forward with my foot, and then let myself out of the vehicle. Getting into the cargo area of this top trim Atlas for 26, well, it's a power liftgate, as you would expect. You can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from the driver door panel. You have a hands-free option, or you come to the back, and right underneath the L in Atlas, there's a button, you hit it, and right up it goes. No beeping, just up it goes. Nice electric assist on the way up, nice electric assist on the way down using this button. Now with all rows up, 20.6 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Atlas. We have the cargo mat protection system right in here. Underneath here, that Velcro's on. We do have tools jack and a mini spare, so thank you VW for the spare. And then we have cubbies on either side for extra storage. Here's our first roadside assistance kit and some other things stuffed in there. And we got some LED lighting here in the back as well. And to get the third row down, it's easy. Just pull the strap and push them forward. Pull the strap, push them forward. And now with the third row down, you got 55.5 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of Atlas. And we do have a 12 volt back here if you need some power. So that's a good deal. But what we don't have, and what I'd like to see VW do eventually, is put releases in the cargo area for the mid row, because we still have to go around to each mid-row seat and pull this lever up and put the seat down. And it will lock in place. There we go. And now, with the third row down and the mid-row captain's chairs down, 96.8 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this 26 Atlas. Window sticker time, here we go. 2026 Atlas SEL Premium R line. Opal white, Shetland beige, standard features. Warranty information, pricing with those options, total vehicle MSRP, it's a big one, fuel economy estimates, safety rating's not done yet. Made by Volkswagen in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Take her out for a spin. All right, we are out on the road in this 26 Atlas SEL Premium R-Line top trim action, and right off the bat, great visibility out of all the glass, nice big side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that action in here for safety, LED lighting up front and out back for safety as well. It is well damped, it handles very well, it is very smooth on the road, the steering is tight and it is right, so that's a good deal. You got some good rubber on the tires. We're in sport mode now, and the vehicle gets up to speed quite easily, even with this 2-liter turbocharged engine in this SEL R-Line trim. But it just feels really compliant on the road, feels really good. And the one thing I didn't show you is that we still have the old gimmicky hand gestures to make this infotainment system work. And I can swipe through the pages on here rather than touching it. So it's cool, it's gimmicky, but it is what it is. But do have the larger screen, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, wireless charging, ambient lighting. You got the nice leather seats, and we got 20.25 feet turning radius, a little wide but not bad. So now let's go ahead and click this into manual and let's check her out. And this 8-speed is very responsive to the paddles. And it just turns right in. For a big SUV, this really is nicely planted to the road and just zooms up the hill here. No problem at all. Gonna turn in, back to the left. Just great. So it's an absolutely fantastic driving experience in this big Atlas, which is really cool. I love the handling. I love the way the suspension is dampened. The chassis is tuned. It's planted to the road. And the only complaints I've heard from people in the comments when I do these Atlases is they wish they had the V6 engine back. And I think that's probably a fair assessment, especially now with federal emissions and CAFE regulations changing underneath this administration and penalties being eliminated for failure to meet CAFE. Volkswagen could easily, for the 2027 model year, put the V6 back in here if they wanted to. And I think when you're asking 58 to 60 grand for a vehicle, a Turbo 4 is a tough sell when you get that high-end price. And I think if you brought in a V6 engine, it would make people feel better about buying, spending this kind of money than rather on having a Turbo 4. So you let me know what you think about that. But it does have enough power to move this big vehicle down the road. There's no doubt about it. And it's one of the best driving midsize plus SUVs out there, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And is this something for you? I mean, this competes, right, in this midsize plus, almost 97 cubic feet of space. So you're looking at Grand Highlander, Traverse, Acadia, Buick Enclave, that kind of size. And the Buick is about the closest to this as far as the interior design and amenities, because Buick is the highest up in the GM food chain. And that Enclave top trim comes in low 60s. This is 58.5. So this is still less expensive. And that has a Turbo 4 as well. So you let me know what you would do. Put it in the comments. But I do want to thank Fred Beans Volkswagen here in Devon, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this brand new and their very first 2026 Volkswagen Atlas SEL Premium R line in the opal white for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.